It was a busy Monday morning in a bustling city school. The students had just settled into their classroom when Professor William, their favorite teacher, walked in. He carried a large glass jar in one hand and a small crate in the other. His calm presence brought the usual chatter to a halt. Without saying a word, he placed the jar on the desk in front of the class. From the crate, he took out several large stones, each the size of a fist, and carefully placed them inside the jar, one by one. Soon, the jar was full, and no more stones could fit. Professor William looked at his students and asked, "Tell me, class, is this jar full?" The students exchanged glances and nodded. "Yes, sir," said Emma, one of the brightest students. With a faint smile, the professor brought out a bag of small pebbles. He poured them slowly into the jar, giving it a gentle shake so that the pebbles filled the spaces between the rocks. "Now?" he asked again. This time a few students looked thoughtful, but most said, "Yes, sir." Now it's really full. But the professor wasn't done. Next, he pulled out a bag of sand and poured it carefully into the jar. The fine grains slipped through the gaps, filling even the tiniest spaces. "Is it full now?" he asked once more. The students laughed nervously. "Maybe," they said together. Finally, with a playful grin, Professor William brought out a mug of water and slowly poured it into the jar. The water seeped through the sand until the jar could hold no more. "Now," he said, "it is truly full." The students leaned forward, curious. "Sir, what does all this mean?" asked Lucas, who had been quietly observing. Professor William smiled warmly. "This jar," he said, "represents your life. The big stones are the most important things: your family, your health, your relationships, your dreams and passions. Even if everything else falls apart, if these remain, your life will still feel complete." He pointed to the pebbles and continued, "These are the other important things: your job, your studies, your house, your goals. They matter, but they come after the big stones." Then he gestured at the sand. "These are the small, everyday distractions. Endless scrolling, wasting time, meaningless worries. If you fill your life with these first, there will be no room left for what truly matters." The class was silent, taking it all in. "And the water?" asked Emma curiously. Professor William chuckled softly. "The water represents the little joys of life. A coffee with a friend, a good laugh, a quiet evening walk. No matter how busy life gets, there is always room for these small moments of happiness." He looked around the room and said his final words. "Remember, class, life is not about being busy. It's about being meaningful. If you take care of the big stones first, everything else will find its place. But if you fill your jar with sand first, you'll lose the space for what truly matters." The students nodded thoughtfully, some already deciding what their big stones were going to be. If this story inspired you to focus on what truly matters, hit the like button, subscribe for more meaningful life lessons, and share this video with someone who needs this reminder today. Let's make life meaningful, one story at a time.